tags is an important tag. Okay, now input tag is an important tag. Okay, which is used to which is used to create a input fields. Okay, now which is used to create a input fields like first name. Okay, now like first name comma first name comma email comma password password comma etc. Okay, input tag is an important tag which is used to create an input fields like first name, last name and email password like that. Here we have different types of input tags is available. Now we will discuss all the input tags. Okay, but here the main concept is input tag is an unpaid tag. Okay, input tag is in what? Unpaid tag. Unpaid tag is nothing but the tag which is having only opening brace. Okay, now so here the tag don't have closing brace. So unpaid tax is also known as what? Self closing tax. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Done. Now observe very clearly here what I am writing. Here I'll write the syntax also. Okay, syntax. The syntax of input tag is input. Next here we have one attribute called type. Okay, type is equal to text. Okay, now this is the structure of, or we can say syntax of input tag. Here we have different types of input tags is available. What are the different types of input tags available, that all now we will discuss. Okay, now observe very clearly here. I'll go through that one new file. Here I am creating my file name is forms.html. Okay, now here I am adding the structure of the html. Okay, now here I am going to create a form tag. Form tag is paid tag or unpaid tag? Paid tag. Okay, now so this is the structure of a form tag. Okay, now action is an attribute of form tag. That also I'll tell you. For form tag is having three attributes: action, target, method. Okay, important things that also we'll discuss. No problem. Now form tag. Inside the form tag, here we have different types of input tags is available. What are the different types of input tags is available? That now we will see. Okay, now we will see. Now input tag. Okay, this is the syntax for input tag. Input tag is a paid tag or unpaid tag? Unpaid tag. Okay, here we have only opening brace. Yes or no? This is the stuff. And now observe very clearly. I want to execute this. So to execute that, what we have to do? Go to that file, right click, copy path and paste it in Google server. Okay, here I am pasting. Observe very clearly. Now here one input tag is created or not? Yes, input tag is created, but what we want to write inside the input tag, that is not available here. Okay, now that is not specified here. If you want to specify that, here we have to use one attribute called placeholder. What is the attribute here? Placeholder. Okay, now in this placeholder here I am writing enter your name. Okay, now what I am writing here? Enter your name. Observe very clearly what I am doing here. I'll refresh this. We are getting or not enter your name? For example, here I will write enter your first name. Enter your first name. Okay, and now observe very clearly here. I will execute this. We are getting or not, sir? Okay, now so like that here we can create an input tags. Okay, next for example I want to enter another one input tag. Input type is equal to, I want to collect the user email type of data. So for that here we have another one input tag called input type is equal to what? Email. Okay, now I want to execute this. Okay, we are getting another one input tag or not? Yes, but here there is no specification what user wants to enter. Okay, here there is no specification what user wants to enter. So tell me to specify that what we have to use here. We have to use the attribute called placeholder. Okay, what I want right here? Enter your email. Okay, observe very clearly here what I am writing. I'll refresh this. We are getting enter your email. Okay, now clear? Now I want to create another one input tag. Input type is equal to submit. Okay, what I am writing here? Input type is equal to submit. This is one button, sir. Okay, now this is one button. Predefined button. Submit is a predefined button. User defined button also is there. That also I'll tell you. Okay, now submit is what, sir? Submit is a button. Okay, now clear what I am saying here? Now immediately you may ask another one question. Okay, sir. Here we are writing input type is equal to text. Okay. So here we have created one input field. Input type is equal to email. We have created one input field. Enter your email. So whatever the data I am writing in placeholder, that data only we are getting. Then why you are mentioned here text your email? Here only we can mention text only. Say yes or no. Here also I am mentioning text only. Any changes we are getting? No. Then why you are mentioning Gmail? Say yes or no. Now observe very clearly here. Okay, done. Here I am mentioning text. Both I am mentioning here text. So enter your first name. Here I am mentioning here some first name. So for example, here I am writing some name called Sheila. Okay. Here I am writing words are Sheila. Enter your email. Here I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I don't know, but here they are asking enter your email. But here I am entering my contact number. I am trying to submit here. We are getting any error? We are getting any error? No. Here I want to collect user email type of data only here. Okay, now here we have first input field is there. Input type is equal to text. In this input field, whatever you want, you can enter. No problem. No one will ask. Okay. In this second input field here, I'm mentioning what? Email. Okay, now whenever you are mentioning the email, that input field will accept only at the rate gmail.com type of data. Okay, now Gmail will accept what, sir? At the rate Gmail type of data. For example, enter your first name. Here I am entering some data. Okay, now any problem, any error we are getting here? No error. If you want, I'll submit here. We are getting any error? No. But in that email here, I'm entering ABC. Other ABC 1, 2, 3. I'm entering some data. I'm entering. If you want ABC only, okay. I'm trying to submit. But what we are getting here? Please include at the rate in the email address. ABC is missing at the rate symbol. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Here, input type is equal to email will accept what type of data? At the rate type of data only. Okay, now here I am trying to mention at the rate 123. Okay, at the rate 123 gmail.com. Okay, na ABC at the rate 123 gmail.com. Now I am trying to submit here. We are getting any error, sir? No. Now tell me input type is equal to Gmail or email will accept what type of data? At the rate type of data only. Okay, are you able to understand? Next, after that here, I'll go through that. Input type is equal to. Okay, input type is equal to. Okay, email is completed. Now I want to collect user password also. So for that here we have another one input field is there. What is that? Password. Okay, now observe very clearly. I'll refresh this. Okay, we are getting one input field, but what I want to enter in that input field, that we have to specify or not. To specify that, what we have to use here, attribute called placeholder. What I want right here is enter your password. Enter your password. Okay, now and now here I am trying to enter my password. Password data is very like a important data, secret data or not. Whenever you are entering the secret data, that time here that data will not display here. Okay, now for example here I am trying to enter some data. That data will not display. Okay, now in the form of here will display the disk, like a dot symbol, like that here will get. We are getting any data? Observe sir, here I am trying to enter some my password, but are you able to see this? No. Okay, now in the real time also, if you enter your email passwords, okay, that time will get stars. I think stars are like this only. If you went to ATM card also you inside your ATM. Okay, after that it will ask enter your pin number. That pin number will get in the stars. Say yes or no. That is the Indian psychology, sir. Okay, now what is the Indian psychology? Okay, you went to an ATM. You have inserted your card, but all your surrounded people have very interest to see your like a pin number only. Okay, now that is the thing. Okay, so tell me now how we are able to get the input password here in the form of dots. Okay, now clear what I am saying here? Done. Next, after that, here I said input type is equal to submit is a one button or not? Button. That is a predefined button or user defined button? Predefined button. Okay, sir. Tell me what is user defined button? Here we have another one button is there. Okay, now another here we can create buttons user defined also by using tag called button tag. Inside the okay opening button tag is having both opening brace and closing brace. Now tell me button tag is a paid tag or unpaid tag? Paid tag. Inside the opening brace and in between the button tag here, whatever the name you want you can mention. With that name will the button will be created. Okay, now clear what I am saying here? So here I am writing click me. Okay, click me. Okay, now observe very clearly here. We'll get the button like click me. We are getting or not? For example, here I am creating button like login or sign up. Whatever you want, you can create, no problem. We are getting the button or not? No, I want the button. Okay, now in the name of something Srinivas. Okay. Now here a button will be created with the name of Srinivas or not, sir? Yes, we will get. We are getting the output or not? So now tell me button tag is a predefined or user defined? User defined. Button tag is a user defined. What about input type is equal to submit? Predefined button. Okay, now clear? Okay, done. Next, after that here, enter your first name is completed, email, password. Next, the very important question. Okay, now in the interview point of view, they'll ask one question. Here I am writing input type is equal to, here I am writing radio. Input type is equal to radio. Here we will get one button. Okay, now here we'll get one button. Sorry, not a button, a button only. Once that button will be look like a circle like. Okay, now here we are getting the output or not here? But here that button there is nothing but radio button, sir. Okay, now input type is equal to radio button. Okay, now this radio button we can check and only once we can check only once. Once you check the button, after that we can't uncheck. Here I am trying to uncheck the button. Observe very clearly. We are getting back. No. Okay, so the radio button we can check only once. Once you check, after that we can't uncheck. Next, here we have another one option. That is nothing but input type is equal to checkbox. Okay, na? Input type is equal to what, sir? Checkbox. This checkbox it will be look like a small square with rounded corners. Okay, I'll refresh this. Observe very clearly. The checkbox here we can check and uncheck multiple times. Here I'm checking or not, sir? Multiple times we can check and uncheck. The interview point of view, they'll ask one question like this: what is the difference between radio button and checkbox? Now tell me what is the difference between radio button and checkbox? uh, Radio button we can check only once. Once we check, after we can't uncheck. After that, what about this checkbox? uh, Checkbox we can check, we can check and uncheck multiple times. Okay, now clear what I am saying here? Next, after that here, okay, you are like a you are filling one form, Google form. Okay, now you are applying one job. In that job, we are sending your resume. Say yes or no. Okay, now here if you want to say, if you want to collect the resumes, here we have to use one input field like input type equal to file. Okay, now so here we'll get, here we can collect the resumes also. Choose and file is created or not, sir? Choose file is created or not? Just click on that. Whatever the file you want here, you can select here. Okay, now are you able to understand what I am saying here? Input type, if you want to collect the resume, which input field you have to use here? Input type is equal to file. Okay, next, after that here, now, here if you want to collect the user favorite color, okay, now if you want to collect the user favorite color, then tell me what I have to use here. Input type equal to color. Here we can collect the user's favorite color. Okay, now we are here. Just click once. Whatever the color you want, you can click here. Okay, now clear, sir? What I am saying, are you able to understand? this colors is also one important one, sorry, not important, one concept in CSS. How many ways we can add colors to the CSS? Okay, now that all the ways also we'll discuss. 5 ways we can add colors to the CSS. Okay, now that all the things we can discuss. Okay, now here input type is equal to color. Here we can collect the colors also. Next, after that, here observe very clearly, input type is equal to search is available. Input type is equal to what, sir? Search is available. Here we can search. Done. Here observe very clearly here. If you want to write something, here we'll get one cross, like a hex, cross mark symbol. I'm trying to write something. We are getting cross symbol or not, sir? Okay, now yesterday also one boy, sir, what is major? You have asked. We have searched something, computer science. We are, while you are applying the job. Okay, now that time we are getting one hex mark, cross symbol or not, sir? Here like this. Okay, now so that is the story. Next, after that here, here we have another one option is available. Input type is equal to number also. Input type is equal to what, sir? Number. Here two options will come. Okay, upper arrow and lower arrow. You click on that upper arrow, will get plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. You click on that minus symbol, will get minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Like that here will get. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, what I am saying here? Next, after that here, what I am writing, observe very clearly. Now I want today date. So here we have to use input type is equal to date. Okay, observe very clearly. I'll refresh here. Now here date, month, year. We are getting the date, month, year or not? What is the date today here? 21 January 2026. Okay, now I want current time also. So tell me what I want to do here. Input type is equal to date and local time. Date, time and local. Okay. Now observe very clearly here. We are getting the output or not, sir, here? What is the time now? 4 4:02. Okay, now 4:02 or 4:03. So what is that is the current time now. Okay, now are you able to understand, sir, what I am saying now? Next, after that here, this all are the different types of input tags is available. Okay, what are the different types of input tag? Tell me. In the interview point of view, they will ask, tell me few input tags. So then we have to say like this: input type is equal to text, type is equal to email, type is equal to password, type is equal to radio, type is equal to checkbox, type is equal to file, type is equal to color. Like that here we have to see. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, what I am saying here? These all are the different types of input tags is available. Okay, now types of types of input types of input tags. Okay, these all are the different types of input tags is available in HTML. I have given one question. What's the question here? What is the question here? Tell me. What is the difference between? Next, the question. What is the question? Tell me. What is the difference between? What is the difference between radio button, radio button and a checkbox? Tell me. Tell me. I don't know. You only tell me, sir. Answer. Here, the radio button is uh, radio button. We can check only once. Okay, now only once. Only once. Once we check the radio button, we can't uncheck. Okay, now once we check the radio button again we can't uncheck. Okay, then tell me what about this checkbox here? Checkbox we can check same checkbox we can check and uncheck. We can check and uncheck multiple times. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Multiple times. Okay, I am audible, sir. Respond everyone last. Okay, here what is the difference between radio button and checkbox? Radio button we can check only once. Next, once we check that radio, but once we check the radio button, we can't uncheck. Okay, now what about checkbox? We can check and uncheck the same checkbox multiple times. Okay, now clear? Any doubts in this concept? No doubts. Done. Now observe very clearly here. I'll go through the next concept, that is nothing but attributes in input tag. Okay, now attributes in input tag. What are the different types of attributes is available, that we will discuss now. Okay, now observe very clearly. First, here we have seen one attribute. What is the attribute here? Type attribute. Okay, now type attribute is used to specify what type of data. Type equal to text, type equal to password, like that. Next, what is the second one here? Placeholder. Why we are using the placeholder attribute? Uh, uh-huh. Placeholder attribute is used to specify what user wants to enter. Okay, now clear? Placeholder attribute is used to what user wants to enter. Okay, now clear, sir, what I am saying here? Any doubts in this concept? Response are everyone, no doubts. Okay, now here I'll remove this stuff. Okay, attributes again we'll discuss. Okay, first of all, here I'm going to create one input tag. Input type is equal to, here I'm entering email. Okay, what I'm entering here? Email. Okay, next here I want to provide placeholder or not? Placeholder, here I'm writing enter your email. Okay, now enter your email. Next, after that, here I'm creating another one input tag. Input type is equal to password. Input type is equal to password. Here I am writing placeholder, enter your password. Okay, enter your email is also completed, enter your password is also completed. Now here I want to do login button. So login is I want to create one button like login. So there is a predefined button or user defined button. So for that, here I have to use what? Button tag. In this button tag, here I'm using what, sir? Login. So like that, here I have created. Okay, now clear? Now observe very clearly what I am saying. I'll refresh this. Done. Now we are getting the output or not? Sir, here we'll get one doubt. Why we are getting all the input tags in same line? Say yes or no? No. Input tags is a inline level elements. Okay, now the next concept, that only. What is inline level elements? What is block level element? That time we'll get clarity. Okay, now. So here I don't want in single line, same line. So what I have to do here now? Here we have to use one tag called break tag. Here also I'm using one tag called break tag. Okay, I'll refresh this. Observe very clearly. Okay, done. I want some more space. So for that, here I have to use what? Uh, break break tag. Disk break. Okay, done. So like that, here we can use. Done. Okay, we are getting output now. Now here I want this exact center. Okay, total form. The total form data I want exact center. So what I want to do now? Total form. Can I put inside the center tag? Now will get complete data in center. Okay, say yes or no? Like that, here we are getting the output. Okay, now observe very clearly here. I want to create one border for form tag. I want to create one border for form tag. So how to create an border? To create border tag to create an border, here we have to use one tag called field set tag. Okay, now what's the tag here? Field set tag. Okay, now so here I'm using one tag called field set tag. Okay, now by using field set tag, here we can create a border for form tag. Okay, now we are getting the border or not, sir? Okay, now so like that, here we can create border for form tag. Okay, now I'll prepare notes. First of all, tags, some other tags is there now. I'll show you. Tags in forms. What the different tags is available? We have seen first one tag, button tag is there. Keep quiet, last three. Red shirt, huh? Uh, button tag. Why we are using the button tag here? Button tag. Button tag is a user defined tag. Uh, it is a, tell me sir, user defined tag. Okay na? Then button tag is used to create buttons. Okay na? Buttons. Next one. What is the next tag? Tell me. Second tag. Already we have seen field set. Why we are using field set? Field set tag is used to do provide or create a border for form. Okay na? Done. A field set tag is used to provide border to a form. Okay na? Provide border to a form. Okay. Now observe very clearly here. We are getting the border or not here for form tag. We are getting the border or not? Yes. We are getting the border or not, sir? Yes. But here in this case, observe very clearly. This is my form now. In this case, actually, I want like this. Okay, I want like this here. For example, this is my login form. Username is, email is there, password is there. So here I want to print like this login form. Okay, like that I want to create. In this case here we have to use one tag called legend tag. Okay na sir? Which tag here? Legend tag. What is the purpose of legend tag here? Legend tag is used to provide title to a border. Okay na? So here I am using which tag? Legend tag. So here I am writing login form. Okay, what is the form name here? Login form. Whatever the name you want, you can write. You write your Rani name also, no problem. I'll not ask. Okay, done. Now observe very clearly. I'll refresh this. We are getting the output or not, sir? Login form. Say yes or no. So tell me now the next concept. Why we are using this legend tag? Uh, Field set. Minute. I'll remove this. Third one. What's the third one here? Legend tag. Legend tag is used to provide title to a tell me sir, provide title to a border. Okay na? Provide title to a border. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Okay, done. The next one, now observe very clearly here what I am saying. This is my web page, but here I want to provide some label. Okay now here I want to provide what's a label. To provide the label here we have to use tag called label tag. Okay now here we have to provide tag called what's a label tag. So here I am writing label tag. Okay now in this label tag here I am writing enter your email. Okay now enter your email. Okay, next here also I want to add password or not. For this password also, so for that here also I am using one tag called, what's the tag name here? Label tag. What I want right here, tell me. Enter your password. You are getting sleep, sir. Sleeping. Enter your password. Driver sleeping. Enter your password. Okay, done. Now observe very clearly here. I'll refresh this. Done. We're getting the output or not, but I don't want like this. Okay, no problem. If you want here, you can keep. Done. Okay, like this here we are getting. I don't want like this. I want first label, then input tag, again label and input tag. So tell me in this case what I want to use here. Again here we have to use break or not. Here also after the label here I am using one break tag. We'll see the output. Okay, we are getting the output. Okay, again I'll use break. Okay, next here also I'll go through that break. Okay, but using these breaks is not a good way. As of now, it's okay. After going to the CSS, we'll do some other things. Okay, now. So like that here we can do, but it is not good, sir. Not looking nice. So I'll remove these breaks. No, don't want. Yes. Okay. Then. It's okay. Now we are getting the output or not, sir? Okay, now this is the stuff. Now, so tell me what are the other tags is available here? We are using the form tag, label tag. First of all, field set tag. What is the purpose of field set tag? Field set tag is used to provide border to a form. Okay, now next, we are using legend tag. Legend tag is used to uh, provide title to a border. Next, label tag. Why we are using label tag here? Label tag is used to provide label to the input tag. Label tag is used to provide what, sir? Provide label to the input field. Okay, na input field. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? These all are the different types of input tags is available in form tags. Okay, na.